Hi YouTube, what's up guys? Day 15. So things are changing in my life. I'm gonna be going through a lot of changes here in the next 2 weeks, so it's gonna be very interesting. But a little story time. I am dealing with court stuff related to my dad. I'm in probate court, and I had an appointment to go down to court to handle it, and I didn't give my boss enough time, like letting her know what days I needed off, and it ended up being like this huge issue, and it was kind of a struggle. And so I was dealing with a lot of emotional stress. So in the moment I just sent out a very spur of the moment text being like, you know what, I'm tired of this. I'm going to put in my 2-week notice. And I felt mixed emotions about doing that. I was very stressed and very like, man, I need to get this handled, and I was very sad because it's been working there for almost 3 years, and I kind of regretted my decision, and I came in today kind of asking for my job back, and they basically said no, so I have 10 days to either find a new job in my current hometown, Santa Cruz, or I have to move back home and leave. So it's a bummer. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very stressful. I'm very bummed out. I'm very sad. But there's nothing to do. There's no more time to waste. And I think ultimately this will be a good thing for me. And that's the mindset that I have to have, is that sometimes change is good. Even though it's been a good job and it pays me good, but maybe I'm not fully taking advantage of my full skill set. I've been working there for almost 3 years. I have a degree in economics from UCSC, and I don't use it. I mean, I use it partially at my job for critical thinking situations, but it just I just haven't been doing things, I guess, properly at my job. So that's kind of what ends up happening, I guess. When you make that 1 second decision, you lose that 1 second, and you do that spur of the moment, you do that quick intrusive thought, you can change your whole life. I used to go to an emotional support group because I wanted to learn more about the carceral system. So I had a temp job when I was at UCSC, and I worked for the Underground Scholars, and I wanted to know more about what life was after you served your time in the carceral system. So I attended this group called the Barrios Unidos, and they held a weekly meeting where it was like an anger management course, and I would just sit there and I would just observe, and just they would go through this anger management course, and a lot of people that went to jail were in there because they had a moment lapse of sanity. And that happens. People make 1 second decisions that change their whole life. So in that 1 second, I made that decision, and that decision changed my whole life. So it changed my whole trajectory. Maybe there was a trajectory where I worked at that restaurant till I was 30, and I was the best chef in town. Or maybe I worked at that restaurant till I was 30 and I had nothing. So right now I want to boo-hoo, I want to cry, I want to but ultimately I can't sit in my sorrow for really any much longer, and it's time for action. It's time to be a better person. It's time to make moves, and it's time to try hard, and it's time to go. So I don't really know what's next for me. I have to make a plan, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. But I'm staying committed to my YouTube because I want to do it, and I want to make it as a content creator. And you know what? This might be just the perfect this might be the perfect chance, the perfect opportunity to push past my adversity. You know, you get knocked down, you lose your job, you don't know what you're gonna do next, and you got to survive. And you either sink or you swim, you know, and I want to swim. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to swim and to work harder. So I think we get a little haircut. We get one of these little guys, you know. I'm gonna just chop off a bunch of it, and we're gonna get after it, honestly. So yeah, how was your guys' day? Did you guys have a good day? Let me know in the comment section down below. You know, I think I'm gonna take a second and I'm gonna take a second and I'm gonna read y'all a quote that I was reading, because after I got kind of fired, let go at my job, I'm gonna just read a quote to you guys to maybe motivate you. So, because it's gonna motivate me. All right, so here it is. All right, so this is from page 119 in David Goggins' Never Finished book. Anger will snap you out of the spell you're in until you are no longer willing to remain confined in your mental prison. You'll be scratching and clawing at the walls, looking for cracks where the light leaks in. Your fingernails will be broken, the tips of your fingers bloody and raw, and you'll continue to fight to expand those cracks because your anger will be purifying and the human mind loves progress. Keep at it, and eventually these walls will tumble until you are free. Standing in the debris field one more time with your eyes wide open, that work, because destruction always breeds creation. Have the courage and mental endurance to do whatever it takes to start knocking down those walls. You are the warden of your life. Don't forget, you hold the keys. So I have to break through these walls that I'm going through. Of course, am I angry that I lost my job? Yeah. Am I angry that I don't know what my future is? Yeah. But ultimately, it's just going to have to be on me to change. You know, looking at the man in the camera, you know, I have a lot of work to do. And I have to work really hard to get to this point where I can find my stability again. Because my stability right now is gone. You know, I just got punched in the face, essentially, you know. I got knocked to the floor. And what am I gonna do about it? Am I gonna sit here and cry and go boo-hoo, poor me? When I get knocked down, am I just gonna decide to lay on the floor? Or am I gonna get back up and dust off my shoulders, you know? And just, that's not how the saying goes. I think it's really important that when you get knocked down, whether you lose your job, you lose your girlfriend, your life changes in a dramatic way, you got to keep fighting. And that's what really this passage is about. And what it reminds me of is sometimes you're going to get pushed to the floor. Sometimes you're going to get dirt kicked in your face. And you can cry and you could be upset, but you got to get back up. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to make the conscious decision to get back up. So thank you guys for watching. I am looking forward to tomorrow and what tomorrow will bring. Maybe I'll get a brand new job tomorrow. We'll see what happens. So I love you guys. Thank you for watching and have a good one. Peace.